welcome to Fresh Fishing. I'm Martin, or OMR, and today you join me at Westmoor Farm Fisheries, or S&R Fisheries, down at Market Raisin in North Lincolnshire. And I'm here for a 48-hour session which goes along onto the retirement sessions. It's now almost 1 o'clock. I've been here since 11. I'm completely set up now, bivvy's up, rods are in. Rods have been in since about 12:15, and I'll give you the information of how I'm fishing and where, etc. In a moment. I'm in Scott's swim, which is a fairly small swim, actually fishing area wise, but it's apparently a good spot because you catch the carp cruising through to the bay area of the Sandpit lake. So I'm told it's been fishing fairly well lately, as has the Sandpit, if you like. After spawning and in the last couple of weeks, it's been fishing well according to the bailiffs. So there we are. Yeah, I'm here. It's 1 o'clock. As I say, I'll carry on getting squared away, and then in a moment I'll let you know what I'm fishing and where I'm fishing. Yeah, a little bit more info about the setup here. I'm on for 48 hours, and that costs 60 quid. You have to pay a 30 quid deposit when you book, and then you pay the remainder on arrival. I've also gone for the food package, so I don't have to bother cooking for myself, and for 24 quid I get evening meal tonight, breakfast in the morning, and evening meal tomorrow night. The meal tonight is a burger, I think, yeah, and tomorrow night it's a chicken curry, and then breakfast of course is normal full English. So yeah, it's not too bad for 24 quid. It's delivered to your swim, and when we were staying at Chloe's cabin the last time, we had the food package, and it was very good. Okay, rigs wise, here the rules state that you've got to have drop-off leads and 18 inches minimum of tubing on all your rigs. So what I've gone for is 2 lead clips which have got a safety drop-off system, and I've also got then a quarter safety rig where the lead drops, which is a straight through type system. It's not like a lead clip, and I'm going to use that with a solid bag when I get sorted out later on and tomorrow. At the moment I've just got it out with some free offerings, etc. Okay, where my rigs are and where my rods are, as it were. My left hand rod, if you look to the left of my swim, there is a small island about 20-30 meters away. There's a red pole in the middle of the island, and that denotes the left-hand edge of my swim. Just to the right of that is a dead tree, and if you come back to my swim in a line, basically from that little dead tree, I've got my rig about 3/4 of the way out to that island in that area. That's my left-hand rod, and on there I've got a blowback rig with a popped-up boilie, basically using half a pop-up basically to pop up a DNA bug boilie. My center rod, if you go to the right hand edge of the island, about 1.5 or one rod length off the end of the island, I've got my center rod there. That's on a bug wafter, and around all of them I've got bug and switch and other boilie, crushed up boilie free offerings with pellet. My right hand rod If you go to the right of the swim, along the margins, there's a group of trees, two bushes, and then the margin juts out, and there is a small sort of tree that's leaning over in the lake, and I've got my right hand rod just off that, just short of it, about a rod length short of it, and again there I've got a blowback rig with a popped up switch boilie. So that's my rods, that's where they are. 2 o'clock, so have a bit of late lunch, I think. A cup of coffee and a couple of biscuits, chocolate digestives, and we're boiling. That's really quick, it's great stuff. Right, yeah, quick update. 3:45, so been at it 3.5 hours now. Nothing yet. I've had a couple of line bites on the left and my right hand rod, but that's all I've had so far. Conditions wise, the weather's really good. It's 22 degrees, overcast mostly. There's a bit of wind, so conditions are pretty much perfect. So I'm hoping that we're going to get some fish on the bank. Certainly looking good anyway. So I will endeavour to do that. I'll keep trying, and hopefully talk to you soon with my first fish on the bank. Now, I mentioned earlier that Scott Swim is fairly small water-wise. I'll show you what I mean. If you look at that red pole, which is 3/4 of the way along the island, that's the left edge of the swim. And then if you follow the island down on that line to the little headland that sticks out, and you've got the lone tree in the water, that's it basically. So I've got that piece of water. The swim opposite goes up to the island, and then you've got the two end swims there, and then there's a piece of water between the end of that island, the small island there, and back to the headland, a triangle of water, who I presume you can fish into if somebody's not on another swim or whatever, because the lines on the lake map don't show that belonging to anybody. So yeah, it's a quite small swim, as I say, but I'm told it's productive. So there we go. Nothing as yet. Right, it's dinner time. 5:30 almost, and we've got a burger and chips for dinner. I'm going to have a couple of beers with it in a moment. I've got a few beers with me, so I can have a couple of beers with my dinner. And I'll go ahead and enjoy this then. Right, it's just coming up to 9 o'clock, and I reset the rods at about 8 o'clock. Left the left hand and the right hand rods exactly where they were, but my centre rod, which was just to the about a rod length off the right of the island, I've actually moved out into the open water, and it's right down the centre of my swim into the area that's normally the swim opposite, but there's nobody on there till tomorrow at 10 o'clock, so I'm just going to leave that there overnight to see if I can pick up anything there. So that's me really. Rods are set for the night. I'm reading my book while I've still got a bit of daylight. It's probably going to stay light for another half an hour, and then I shall retire to my bed. And I'm hoping that I'm going to get something on the bank tonight. It's I've had a few knocks on my left hand rod. I think they're possibly line bites. So there's fish moving in the area, and the conditions are perfect. So yeah, I'm hoping that tonight is the night. My first fish for over 2 years at this particular venue. And that one I caught during the day, not at night anyway. So it'll be my first fish I've caught at night here. And after the last session when we were in Chloe's cabin and we didn't catch after 48 hours, then here's hoping that that we can do something. So hopefully I'll talk to you during the night. Good night all. Well, morning everyone. It's about 7:45, and unfortunately I had nothing overnight. I had numerous runs though, 2, 3, 4 beeps of the alarm, and then nothing. So I can, I can't really tell you what they were, whether they were line bites or they were where the bait had been picked up and then ejected. Difficult to say. I had one so many times on one rod that I got up and I pulled the rod in and recast it because I thought it may be a really small fish on there, moving about, and therefore setting the alarm off. But there was nothing on there. So yeah, on 2 of the rods I had that several times throughout the night. So I didn't get a great night's sleep because it was I was being constantly woken. I've just seen a show just off the end of the island to the left of the swim. So I'm going to reset the rods now and get a rod over that one for sure. So yeah, not an uneventful night because I was up and down quite a bit, but no fish to show for it. Let's see if we can improve that today. Okay, breakfast time, here we go. Full English with a couple of hash browns, slice of bread, knives and forks, and it's 10 o'clock, so they're a bit late, but I don't mind having a brunch, as it were. Yeah, just talking to the bailiff, and he said everybody is having loads of liners like I was last night, but no fish. So it seems they're scrubbing around but just not picking up. So time to try 1 or 2 different hook baits, I think. Anyway, I'll get my breakfast and then I'll keep slogging on. Right, yeah, had breakfast, and I've just reset 2 of my rods. And as I say, talking to the bailiff, he said that everybody was getting liners, or the fish are just scrubbing around and not picking up the bait. They did say it's very weedy at the moment, weedier than normal, and he suggested that try small baits and try a solid bag. So on my centre rod, just off the right hand end of the island, I've put a solid bag out there with a small yellow, or a yellow boilie that I've whittled down as small as I can. And I've just had there's just been a show in that area. There's been shows there all morning, and I've been getting line bites and knocks. So let's just hope that one of them is going to pick it up. And then on one of my on my left hand rod, I've put that a bit closer to the island on the left hand side of the extremities of my peg, and I've gone for a smaller wafter on there. So let's see how we do. Let's see if we can pick something up. Conditions are perfect, really. It's warm, it's overcast, so we should be catching, but it doesn't seem anybody is. Seems to be my my tale of woe at this particular venue. I've only ever caught 1 fish here, and that was a double, 10 pounds just, and that was like 2.5 years ago. So let's see if we can better that. Talk to you later. Yeah, it's 12:30, and the story continues. Line bite after line bite on all 3 rods, and just not picking it up in the area that I've got my rigs. They seem to be the right area, and I could put a bit more bait in those areas, but I'll carry on what I'm doing. So far I'll carry on what I'm doing, as it were, because I'm getting the interest in those areas, and let's hope we can, fingers crossed, we can pick something up. So nothing as at 12:30, which is about 24 hours that I've been fishing. So there we go. Spot of rain. I think it's a shower for about an hour or so. So in the bivvy, sheltering. Hopefully this will shake them up a bit, make them get their heads down, and start to feed. Right, it's dinner time, and on the menu is chicken curry in a box, which is unusual, but there we go. So I'll get my laughing gear around this, and then I'll talk to you about the plan for the evening. Hi all, it's 7 o'clock, and I'm going to wait for about an hour, and then I'm going to reset the rods for the night. So I'm into my last night, if you like, now. Probably my last sort of 12-13 hours. I've got to be off by 10, but I'll be packed up and sorted by then, and I'll move off probably about 9:45 round to the entrance and on the road. Yeah, it's been a slog again on here. Don't know what it is. It seems to be a difficult venue at times. I've just had liner after liner, knock after knock. I put some backleads on this afternoon, and that hasn't made much difference. I'm still getting knocks and liners. I think because it's so weedy, clearly the line lays through the weed at different levels, and near where the rig is, of course, where the free offerings, the bait is disseminated, then of course you probably get the fish mooching around there and knocking into the line, and that's what's causing it. But I would have hoped by now that if one of them would have picked the hook bait up, but there you go. That's the look I'm having at the moment. So yeah, I'm going to reset at about 8 o'clock, and then have a couple of beers, read my book, and look forward to the night of liners and knocks, I expect, again. But hopefully one of them will pick the hook bait up, and we'll have something to save a blank. But fingers crossed, here we go. Good morning, everyone. Well, final morning, and still no fish on the bank. Had a quieter night, only a couple of sessions of line bites and knocks, only twice really. Once early on, and then once at about 4 o'clock in the morning, and they came to nothing. So nothing again. I got up at about 7 o'clock and had to pull the rods in pretty quickly and go and visit the toilet block, which is about 400 or 500 yards away. So I had to pull the rods in, and I've just quickly recast those. It's coming up to 8 o'clock now. I'm going to pack down slowly, leave the rods till about 9:15, and see if I can pick something up in the last hour and a half, as it were. But there we go. What I'll do is I'll close the session after I've packed up. Once I'm back in the car, I'll summarise the non-event, basically. So see you then. Right, 9:30. Packed up slightly early because the rain was incoming, and I thought I'd quit while I was ahead with a dry bivvy. So yeah, I packed up slightly early. So yeah, another blanking or time ran out session on the Sandpit Lake at S&R Fisheries. That's 2 in the last couple of months now. So it is hard work here when it wants to be. I've just been talking to the guys in the next swim, and they were talking to the guys basically all around the lake, and they said everybody's struggled. There's 1 or 2 fish come out in the last 48 hours between all the pegs. It's just been really hard work, and they suffered from exactly the same thing: line bite after line bite, knock, line bite. Yeah, it's one of those things, unfortunately. But I've still enjoyed my 48 hours camping here, and the food package was okay. So it's worthwhile. That's me for now. Then I'm gonna head off now. Back home, 2 hours from here on a slow trek, as it were, and I'll try and get out soon and get another one on the retirement sessions for you. That's me. Goodbye. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you don't already, hit that subscribe button and click the alarm bell to get notifications.